After a harrowing battle where our group took injuries, mental and physical, one of their own, Piper, dear friend to Toddles and Launton, a new friend to Rioth and Anduin, taken away as our company falls into disarray, pain, and potentially shadow. To start things off today, we're going to have to suffer the effects of this, as you all are going to take 3 shadow points. Now, you can make a shadow test with... I'll let you make the choice, whether it will be wisdom or valor, but I would like you to think about your shadow path and, based on what you saw, how you think it would best apply to you in that situation, and choose accordingly. And this could potentially reduce the amount of shadow that you take.
I have to be honest with you, I don't think I would. I don't think I will.
Okay.
I might, but I think that really depends on what Toddles is doing right now. I have a pretty good idea of what I think I would be doing, but
yeah, can you give us a second and then we can decide if we're going to roll and what we're going to roll?
Sure.
Okay.
As a summation, for those that might have missed it, the group fought off 12 Dunlending raiders who managed to ambush the party as they stopped for rest and to analyze the coming situation, tracking down this group to potentially find the Southbourne parents and friends of Amelia Kern. Anduin fought valiantly, but was injured, and let loose a sort of berserker-like rage to help get through the fight. Question is, what did that cost him? Rioth was hurt, was not badly injured, simply running out of endurance and trying to endure the damage. He fell unconscious. Most of the Dunlendings were killed. One did manage to get away with Piper. Toddles and Launton fought as bravely as they could, usually from range, but they were very active members of the party. How would you like to proceed?
okay.
They took Piper.
Okay,
What are we gonna do?
I know. We
have to go now. We have to get the ponies and we have to go after her.
We can't. Wait. All this adrenaline is running through the both of us. I imagine there's a lot of looking towards the direction Piper went, where the ponies are, and then the 2 people in front of us on the ground. Listen. You're right. That there's a lot to do, but we can't look.
This was a really bad idea. We should never have come.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not. But Anduin's bleeding pretty bad, and I know how good.
Do you think they're gonna hurt her?
Do
you think they're gonna eat her? Do you think they're gonna do something terrible?
No.
Do you think she's gonna wind up like?
No. Look, they didn't kill her. They didn't kill her.
But they might.
But what? we've got to try and
I did
save.
everything that I could.
You did. We both did. And we'll go get her. Okay, we'll go get her. We can't.
What about Anduin?
We'll bring. I need your
He
hands.
beat Anduin.
Nobody beat Anduin. He was on his feet until the last one fell. He only went down after he decided to. That's how strong he is, right? So then we need to stay with that in mind. I need your hands. I need your hands.
Okay.
Look, he's hurt pretty bad here.
Okay.
At this point, I would ask, since this was a wound, what would we likely be looking at?
He would be healing. I have a healing roll.
Yeah, I'm wondering specifically if Anduin would like to tell us the wound itself.
Oh, right, yes.
What he would like it to have been.
Oh, it was quite a large axe gash that hit me in the back whilst I was fighting.
Okay,
Okay,
right,
you're gonna have to help me lift him up and turn him over. Okay.
I am pushing with all the energy I have left
Dirt in it.
Oh,
I know.
Hold on a second.
Anduin.
I can do it.
He took Piper.
No, we got it. We'll get her back. We'll get her back. We gotta take. Oh god, this wound. Okay. Water, boiled. What? No, my water is boiled. I'm pulling out my water, like skin, and then handing it over. Just okay. This is gonna hurt a little. We gotta clean this up.
Get my bag, please.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Here.
Okay.
All right. Hold still.
Okay. All right. Toddles, I need you to just look at this wound. Look at.
I got it.
Okay.
I can do it.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Check on Rioth.
I'm going to roll over. Okay.
Don't move! I said don't move! I'm fixing ya! Don't move!
Okay.
There we go.
I have a great success at doing this, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So healing in this manner, you can potentially take care of immediate concerns, but they are like proper rest and whatnot will be required. And it will take a little bit of time for that to happen. So healing in this case is probably like emergency kind of care.
Oh, okay. Well, what does the healing roll do then in general? Just that? Just stops emergencies?
It includes bone setting and the use of herbs or salves.
Right.
And
my honey salves.
And the ability of the healer to understand what ails the sufferer and determine what should be done to help them. So you can stop the wounds from worsening without doubt. But you know that Anduin needs proper rest to fully get rid of the wound here.
All right.
So it's not going to get any worse.
Okay, well, it got you, but it didn't get the muscle, so at least there's that, and I'm just gonna put some salve on it and patch up, and you'll be okay with a couple nights rest, probably. But I hope we don't wait that long to go get Piper, because they might kill her before then.
I don't think so.
Really?
They dragged her away alive if they wanted to.
Don't tell me something if it ain't the truth, because I'll believe you, Anduin. And then if they do something to her, I'll never forgive you. You're telling me the truth, right?
Oh, look at me, Toddles. You think I'm a liar?
No. But I think you would try to make me feel better. I don't want to feel better. I just want to know the truth. What do you really think?
Not by lying would I try to hurt in you. I think if they were going to kill her, they would have done it when she was on the ground. They want her to sell or to work.
And we can change that, right?
And
Anduin, we can change that?
Yeah. And also, they lost 11 men here. They paid in blood for her, as they won't give her up easily.
that's
Oh,
still. I mean, that's not good. But I guess
we have to go after her right now, right? We could get the horses and catch up.
well, I don't.
Well, how
even-
fast could he possibly be going, carrying Piper and on foot? We
I
could catch
don't-
up with a horse, right?
I don't know. We have to be able to track it and everything else. We can't. If we go without taking a minute, I want to go too. But we have. If we lose ourselves now, we can't help her at all.
If you could catch him before he gets back to his camp, it is possible. Maybe the two of you alone could save her. It is but one man. You could fight him or perhaps distract him. But if he makes it back to his camp, it would be suicide. And I cannot fight again so soon.
I run over to Rioth, and I want to assess how bad they are. I know they, took a few hits and whatnot, so such a healing roll.
No. Let me do that. It's literally all I'm good for.
I haven't. No. You're
Okay,
next
all
to
right.
him crying. I ran right over
okay.
to do it.
All right.
Yeah, this will be a healing roll to assess.
Okay. Fuck. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Bells and hammers.
Oh, yeah. He's talking though. What?
Hey,
Toddles,
What?
I don't know what I'm doing here. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. He's
Okay.
Rioth. Where does it hurt? 'Cause I can't tell.
I'm fine.
I wander over and I'm just fumbling with my stuff, and I'll go ahead and help you.
You're fine. Okay. Okay. I look up in the direction of where I look over in the direction of where the ponies would have run, and I'm going to run in that direction, and I'm just gonna go. I'll find one. I will. I'll find one.
Okay. I got an extraordinary 2 successes. I don't know how to do that with healing, or what I can do, how I can use it.
Yeah. So I'm going to say you're going to sort of cancel out Launton's failure with one of these, just because you both rolled. And
That's why he said I should have done it. Yeah, okay. I think he was just role-playing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm playing because I'm just in the worried moment.
Yep.
Yeah. But with an extra success, I'm gonna say that we'll say that you're able to get Rioth to 2 endurance right now.
All right.
From 0.
Okay. You're just cut. I'm just gonna bandage this up, and I'm gonna put some salve on it. You did really well. They took Piper.
Not well enough then, eh? Where's on Darwin?
Right over there.
I'm alive, unlike most of them. But they escaped with Piper, and I cannot pursue them. Not yet.
Well, in my state, I don't know if I could chase them down. I could try.
You should not.
No, come off it, I'm fine.
Fine, much like me.
I stand up and try and dust myself off. I think, looking at me, I haven't taken any injuries. I think before I described blood, it turns out it was primarily the enemies. My merchant's robe, There lies a very fine make chain armor underneath, and I was wearing a helmet during the fight, so I think maybe I'm just rather quite concussed.
Ha 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 ha. Maybe someday when I am swimming in gold, I'll buy such an armor from you so that this does not happen again.
We'll see to it that day comes. Until then, we need to gather ourselves and think about what we're gonna do to find Miss Took.
That way. I saw him running from the water. He was running, and he was carrying another person. So his footsteps will be deep, easy to track if you look southwest.
Okay. Well, it's just the one lad then. We don't know how far away their main camp is.
Yes, he is alone. If you catch him while he is alone, then perhaps she could be saved before this gets any worse.
There's a chance we could catch them before they meet up with the rest of their group. We have the advantage of horses and the
Do
like. Well, I don't know about yours, but Rusty's never too far away. Usually.
Good old Rusty. Yeah.
Good old
Hope
Rusty.
he returns quickly then.
I would like Loremaster to call for Rusty. I don't know if it'll work.
Okay. I will give you a chance to make this happen. I almost want to make you roll song. Just
I was going to lawyer a travel, but I do intend on spending points in song at some point.
I don't think I can take travel for this.
Okay.
I will.
Is there like an animal handling or something? Because song doesn't make a lot of sense to me, other than he's physically whistling.
Early. In Middle Earth, song is the ultimate skill. You can use it for anything.
I will take
Okay,
hunting.
that's fair.
I will take hunting. I will take
Hunting.
Sorry.
I'm calling for Rusty. I'm not searching for Rusty.
Right. But it's probably the closest thing we have in this situation, I think. I think travel is way off.
Okay. Very well. In which case...
Or
Rusty!
persuade. I say hunting or persuade. Say that.
It's a weary failure. Rusty! Oxid. The blighter will find his way back eventually. Where's Launton? Gone then?
He was yelling the same thing you are about horses. Ran off to go catch them.
I don't have my strength to call Rusty, but if he finds him, Rusty isn't likely to fight back. He knows him.
You said yourself. Rusty will come back on his own. Given some time.
If he knows what's good for him. I think at this point I sit back down on my ass.
Sure. You all can take a short rest if you would like, or a longer rest here in this situation. It's up to you. You can
Just a point of order, Loremaster. You said 3 points of shadow.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Do
we
we
gotta
roll
that.
for it, or is
So-
it just...
So it's up to you. The shadow
Okay.
test, if you want to roll or not, will be based on your shadow path. Whatever way that you would like to try to resist it, just make sure it makes sense for you and your character and the shadow path that you chose. You can do valor or wisdom. And it can potentially reduce the shadow points taken.
Very well. Would we have to make 3 separate shadow rolls or just the one?
No, just one.
When you say it has to be specific to your shadow path, could you give me an example? I am rather quite fatigued.
Well, I would like it to be what you associate the situation with. Do you think it's testing your wisdom or your valor based on your shadow path?
I see. Based on my shadow path? Well, for the benefit of the audience, my shadow path is that of the treasure hunter, and the shadow path itself is called Dragon Sickness. It is a path fraught with avarice and greed. I'm not quite sure if it really fits necessarily when it comes down to what I would roll for this, other than right now, I feel less than. I feel as if I had more to give, or if I had more in general, I might have stood stronger for longer. I might have been able to stay up until the end to fight off the enemy, to whether or not that's valor or wisdom is a whole other matter. I don't think it was a lack of my valor, perhaps.
Well, let me explain the difference between the two, and maybe this might help. Valor is a measure of a hero's courage, as tempered by dangerous deeds. Individuals of valor are willing to place themselves in danger for the safety of others. In times where new threats arise each day, courage is highly prized, and a valiant adventurer is often esteemed above all others. For this reason, the valor rank of player heroes reflects the level of renown they have attained as doers of great deeds. I personally think it might be wisdom, but I don't like making that choice for you.
And you think it might be wisdom? Why? If you read about valor?
Because wisdom expresses the player hero's trust in their own capabilities, their self-confidence and capacity for good judgment.
Yeah, that's the one I need to roll.
Well, I thought I was, and so I shall roll that if I can, Loremaster.
Sure.
It is yet another weary failure.
All right, you take all 3 shadow points then.
I would like to say that since I'm out after all this, I'm not running quite on empty, but I'm looking for, either any of the ponies or the horse and the cart. I did roll before, and that was a failure, so I have not found them, or at least I'm not finding them easily. I would like to put a stipulation that depending on what one I find, 1 in 4 chance here, if I'll roll at all, because if I find pipers, which is jam, right? Your butter, Toddles, and I'm...
Yeah, mine's butter, yeah.
And I'm bread. So if I find jam, I will not roll for this, because I think it's like I think it'd be triggering by itself to have lost her and then find the horse and then the emotions behind it. So I would love to roll for that. Which one, if any, I find first.
Sure.
Just trying to think of the best.
Alphabetical order.
Sure, I'll roll a d4 and then we'll see. What do we've got? We've got Rusty down at the bottom. Bread, butter,
jam, Rusty.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I find Rusty.
Currently on the lookout for Rusty.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that this is, regardless, because you failed, this is going to take you the equivalent of a short rest, basically, to find.
Sure. So I imagine I would have probably ran off, saw the grass, and looked for the biggest matting down to the grass, and I've probably been following that. But being a hobbit, running in and out, going, oh, he probably turned this way. I'll just make a quick run through the grass here, and I can cut him off. But then losing the path and finding it again, I imagine I'm having a hard time. I should have just stayed with the path and ran along with it. So whenever I do get him, how tall is this horse? Can I even get up on it?
Rusty is a fairly charming and large horse. However, they do have a cart. I never detached it. It has all my wares there, and you've climbed up there without much difficulty before, even though there are steps to go up to it, regardless.
What? So my concern, and this is probably awful for Rioth, but a horse can go a lot faster without a cart. So I'm wondering if I would have tried to detach, how difficult it would be to detach this horse from the cart.
Oh, I see.
I can't imagine the roles that this would take. I'm pretty sure it would fail.
Perhaps I am misremembering, but did you not separate Rusty from his cart at the beginning of the fight?
I think you
I
did.
chose not to. Nope,
No, he
I
chose
chose
not
not
to.
Oh,
to
okay.
because
Yeah,
I was
he
told that it
specifically
would
said,
take
yeah.
a turn.
Okay. But I imagine he's probably strapped on there well enough. It's not something you can just easily take apart.
Oh,
right,
no,
you
no,
know?
no, no, no.
Okay. I think that would be at least okay. So I think after probably an hour of running through the fields, probably pretty fucking tired. I find him, I get up on him, and I immediately turn him back towards that the direction it came from, and I am like, Rusty, we gotta go. I'm very sorry. We gotta go back this way. And I'm using the reins as best as I can to try and turn him towards the trees, and go in that direction. However far away that is.
Yeah. Eventually, you make your way back. An hour would have passed for Lawton to return.
Oh no.
Now, this is the equivalent of a short rest here. Okay. You can only take a maximum of one short rest, usually in the middle of the day. But it's starting to get late out. Like, you guys were approaching the forest in the near
So you
the
want the
evening.
rest of us to roll our shadow?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Depending on how you think you're handling the situation.
I think I will, based on my thing and based on what Anduin said to me about really truly believing that we still can do it. So I'll be rolling wisdom.
Okay.
Finding Rusty and knowing it's a big horse that can be fast, I think that I have the glimmerest of hope right now on the way back. So I'm also going to roll a wisdom.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Okay. So, because of your great success, you're going to reduce the shadow points taken by 2. So you take 1 shadow point each.
Okay.
And his Gandalf feat success does not change this in any way?
No.
Oh, sorry, it's how much we reduce by?
It's so you're only taking 1 shadow point.
Okay. And where do we take these?
It's
On the sheet?
in the pretty much
Heart.
direct center.
Heart. Okay. Oh, shadow. There it is. Okay.
So I think just for the role play aspects, I think that I'm definitely, I feel that this is still something we can do. I mean, the person left on foot, I don't know if they had, any sort of horses or anything outside of I don't know. But I figured a horse can go very fast, much faster than a person. So even though it took me a while to do this, as long as this place isn't too far away, it's just possible. So I definitely feel, I'm concerned, I'm worried, I'm trying to keep it together, and I think that I am holding on very well, considering. So, hey,
Did you find it?
I could only find Rusty, but Master Dwarf, can we take the straps off? we can just go. Horses are fast, right? So help me get this. I'm probably just going as fast as I can, and then you hold on.
How much endurance do we get back after a short rest, Loremaster?
So, you get your equal to your strength rating back in endurance.
Okay.
Anduin, your injury was reduced by 2 days. I believe you got a 7 on the severity of your injury last week, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say it was an 8.
We can scroll up. I think it was 7.
Okay, we'll look for that. But regardless, because of the healing roll that was made by Toddles, it was reduced by 2 days.
Right.
Okay.
Do you think
Rusty!
Do you think you're...
There you are. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
It's okay. No, I'm just saying hello to Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty is a bit shaken, you know.
Mm.
And looking, you know, a bit addled by the whole thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Rios, can we take all this stuff off of him? Can we ride very hard in that direction? Can we?
You see maybe a split second of deliberation on my face as I reach into my pocket and I take out 3 separate brass keys and I unlock the stirrups from the cart. It's Rusty was protecting this thing quite dwarvenly, shall I say. And you see the cart, flat into the ground, and
Thank you.
Okay.
Are we going then? So we're gonna go look for her.
How do we do this? Can we all?
Need to know,
Yeah.
we need to know which direction they went.
That way.
And Darwin, you are better at tracking than I. Well, he was carrying.
I'm not sure how great I will be in this state, but
Understood.
I cannot lounge around on the ground anymore.
Oh wait, let me help you. Okay, or
Okay.
This dune landing is not going to go very far or very fast. Not with Miss Took in his company. So,
she's not awake. If she were awake, she'd be fighting and kicking and.
Yeah.
let's hope she's not awake then.
Okay. Okay. Well, then we need to go. So, how many can we all get up on Rusty then? And I'm like,
There's no way.
Grabbing. I'm like,
I can barely fit on that horse by myself.
Well,
I will not be able to accompany you. If you want to catch them, I will slow you down.
Okay, and you look worse for wear, Master Dwarf.
Hey.
Toddles, can we?
Yeah. We'll go. And you start walking in that direction. You can catch up with us.
Yeah, just or look for the ponies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm looking at Anduin, just like.
I think
Hearing.
Can you look for where our ponies went, Anduin? Like, can he look at the ground and check the tracks and stuff to give us the direction to go?
I'm sorry, you want me to look for the pony tracks or for the tracks of the person who's running away?
Oh no, tracks of the person who's running away.
I could try, but I will not be as effective as usual. On the other hand, it should be easier to find the tracks of one who is carrying another person. Deep tracks. Is anybody else able to attempt tracking, or is it just me?
I think it is just you. However, when we take a short rest, we can dole out our fellowship for the hope, right?
No, it's a long rest.
So long rest. Okay.
Hey.
Just making sure.
Pretty sure it's any kind of
definitely
rest.
need that. Oh,
If you want to double check.
that would be important, I think.
Yeah.
So we should
Just to-
double check that.
Just to chime in, I'm not sure if you did it or not, Anduin, but on the short rest, because you are wounded, you do not recover any points of endurance.
I didn't add any endurance back, no.
Okay.
I think during this discussion, I take off my chain mail because it's weighing me down. fold it, and put it inside the cart. Rusty's cart. Oh, In fact, no, I drape it over Rusty and sit on that. And then I say, and Darwin, if you cannot follow, then how about this? You stay here by this lake. If you can, you are able to gather your strength. Perhaps you could find the other horses, the ponies. If
Aye.
things go south, look for smoke in our direction.
Watch for smoke.
Aye.
Aye. I can do that.
You have maybe an hour before nightfall.
That's actually in our benefit. However, quick question. Can we double check to see if we can use our hope on any rest? Because I think that's pretty important right now. We're all really low.
Your hope,
Because Andawan was saying that
player
it's any rest.
Player heroes who are down to 0 hope recover a single point of hope once they take a prolonged rest. You can also recover hope from fellowship points to distribute an equal number of hope points amongst the player heroes.
Oh, an equal number. We don't get to choose. So we'll do that from now on.
If I may, Loremaster, the rule for spending fellowship points is in a different section of the book. It says,
Of course it
is.
It says during the adventuring phase, whenever the company is resting.
Yeah, I'm looking
the player
at that
heroes.
right
Okay.
now. Yeah, so it is any rest that you can do this if you would like to.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, it's distribute an equal number of hope points amongst the player heroes.
Okay.
Does that count Piper, even though she is not currently with us?
She's not
Right.
currently resting, is she?
No.
Correct.
Very good, yeah. Okay.
So we'll take 2 hope.
Okay.
I feel like it means hope equal to the number of fellowship points you just spent, not necessarily equal to each person, because my hope score is nowhere near yours. You need more than I do to stay up, but I don't know. The wording is somewhat confusing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, we could all just take 2 for now because I think we all need 2 at least, right? We're all
Aye.
really low.
I'm
Yeah.
I
good with
suppose
taking
that's
2.
fair.
I
Yeah.
think that I will still
can
be
worry about-
miserable, but it does not matter.
But I'm not, and that's a big thing. So,
Aye.
okay. All right. Anduin, we'll try and get back. I don't know, if someone comes about, just lay down and look dead. You okay? Don't fight. Don't fight.
Or when you find the pony, start slowly walking in this direction.
Yeah,
I think like nighttime might work in our benefit, right? We'll have a campfire to look out for, maybe. Not of Anduin's, but like with Piper.
But they
and
might
then-
try to stop. I guess that's true if it's not too far away.
And now, in your condition, I want to say, if you do see smoke, don't follow us.
Aye.
And I motion Rusty to try and move on. And I suppose I say, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And continue on. I imagine at this point the hobbits are on Rusty as well.
Oh yeah, we would have scrambled up as fast as we. I mean,
Yep,
we would have been
absolutely.
Aye.
ridiculous on getting up there.
Okay, in which case I'm waiting for Andawan to point yet again, and then set Rusty on their way.
Right. If we already saw which way he went, do I need to make a roll here, or what am I rolling for? Like finding his tracks?
You're looking for this person. You're going to get a bonus die, essentially.
Okay, I will probably need it due to the weary state. Here we go. as much as I hate to do it, does anyone have a spare hope point for this? Because
Right.
weary will impact my rolls.
You can have one of mine.
Thank you so much. It would put me back into miserable, but I was about to do it.
I don't
I
want to
know.
make anyone miserable, but if we don't succeed this roll, it might be even worse. Oh, just barely with that hope.
Okay.
Ooh.
It takes you a minute, but you think you've caught on to their tracks.
Here it is.
Okay,
See how deep the footprint goes?
right.
That's a heavy man because he's carrying Piper.
So
Follow
I just
these
Follow that.
that way. You
Right.
went that way.
Yeah,
But
okay.
if you start to lose track, just look for... Yeah. Toddles, come here.
Huh?
Take your hand and hold it flat like this. Okay? Put it directly all the way down into his footprint.
Okay,
Now look. You see where the grass is on your palm?
Yeah.
Measure that depth. Right?
okay.
Now, put it in this other guy's footstep here. See how they are not the same?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right, keep that in mind if you think you may be following the wrong steps, or if it disappears into a crowd. Keep that mark on your hand and follow it.
Okay. I will
I will catch up when I can.
promise.
Aye. That's a promise.
Okay. And I know you're gonna catch up because you're not a liar.
You got that right.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I'm holding on.
Rioth,
Aye.
be careful.
Aye. Come on, Rusty. Here. Oh, it's been a while. Ooh.
As
Okay.
we're leaving, I'm gonna throw my specialty, like honey salve, to Anduin. Take that!
My hand snatches up even in a tired state, and I'll catch it out of the air. Hey.
Also, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'll hold on to it.
You'll also see Lawton with his now scorched and burnt pouch of herbs that will not be holding any more herbs, and he is going to drop that on the ground as they go, a little disheartened. Okay, we can do this. We're keeping our eyes on those the tracks there, right? Or Master Dwarf, would you know how far someone could get laden up? I mean, that person is holding another.
And injured.
Yeah, they're
So, you know,
how?
are we gonna be able to catch up?
For now, the best we can do is keep our hopes up.
Okay,
Why is that the hardest thing?
because we don't know what the end is going to be, Toddles, but we can. We've been through scrapes. We've been through a lot in our lives. Nothing. I don't think anything as scary as this, or at least nothing comparable. But she's stronger than both of us combined. You know that. And the only reason she went down like that is because there were so many on her. Otherwise, she
No.
would have given him what for. She would have. She fought a worm, didn't she? A massive. She's strong. She's strong. We know that.
Yeah.
We know that. That is not. It's not a lie. That's right. We've known her all her life. She's been the one in front of us, no matter the adventure that we've been on. So
And that's the same now. She's just in front.
she's in front. I
Okay.
mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's already.
Yeah, she's absolutely. You know, we're gonna get there and she's gonna be standing on top of him like haven't taken him out already. What took you so long?
Right, yeah. That would be her. That would absolutely be her.
Yeah.
And we can't thinking otherwise is just doing her a disservice, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
We can't do that. We can't do that. So
No, we can't.
all we can do is hurry up so she'll be less angry with us for taking so long. So that's what we'll do. We'll just keep going forward. We've got some of the sun left here, and there's only the one there, and we did so. I mean, they thought that they could get us, didn't they? But they couldn't. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. I set one on fire. Did you see that? Yeah, you with your bow, Master Dwarf, they were all around you, and I swear I heard you saying you're next over. No, is that what you were saying?
Aye.
Aye. None tougher than us. We're gonna be fine.
I think I'm only really half listening to the conversation and for the most part focusing on the road or the wood.
Sure.
Looking for disturbed earth, trying to make sure Rusty's following at least some semblance of Darwin's path.
You're
to make
just
sure.
You're probably at the edge of the copse of trees and brush and stuff here. It's not like a large forest or anything like that. What appears before you is a small forest, and you continue to make your way. You're probably going to have to slow down through the forest, but you can still keep like a decent pace. I'm going to need a couple rolls from you. First, I'm going to need a travel roll.
All right. Would I be so forward as to ask you what the other role would be before I make this one?
Yes. This travel roll is related to carrying the hobbits and you and following along safely through the forest.
Okay. All right.
And the other roll is regarding following the tracks, and you'll have a bonus die for that.
Okay. In which case, I shall expend one hope on the travel, and in doing so, I would like to use another one of my broken spells. Similar as before, holding the stirrups in each hand, I alternate rising and dropping in my hands, and as you can see, I create this familiar sine wave motion. The stirrups, they go up and down, and eventually, counterintuitively, they straighten and snap. As it does, as Rusty is moving, you should hear Rusty's hoofs, fall softly on the grass. However, it sounds like we are walking through stone halls instead, with a sonorous... There it is. So I should still roll with my hope, even though it's a magical success, to see if...
Oh! See if that happens.
Aye. So that was Gandalf with 2 extraordinary feat successes to boot.
Madness.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to spend them?
I would like to, I suppose...
Make haste.
Make haste, aye.
Okay.
And you mentioned this was not just for me and the horse, but also for the hobbits, so wide an influence as well, to make sure that they're not too uncomfortable on the back end of my horse.
Okay.
Oh, we don't care about comfort. Make haste twice.
I would rather you were capable when we get to the end. I don't want you to be too fatigued.
Okay. Well, I imagine
That's
we've probably
fair.
gotten into
Wise decision.
I would say that along with your sine wave moving, I think Launton has started to hum
Yeah.
in some sort of old melody of as we're going, just trying to calm his own nerves. And I think that humming along with the motions and the movements and just, yeah. So I think it's probably about as comfortable as a ride as you can give us.
Are you trying to use your Rocky Road from Tharbad song?
Oh, can I do that in this situation? I don't know if...
Aye.
I think I'm definitely trying to, yeah. I'm trying to give us something that'll help us calm down and focus better all around us. So I'm not singing loudly or anything. I am just humming a tune very
You
slow
would
and
not have to
melodically.
worry about being loud. Magical successes are not known for their quietness.
But yeah, I happily roll for it and see if anything can come from it.
Please go ahead and make a song roll.
No, not now.
A lot is weighing on everybody, but it was a valiant attempt.
Aye.
Very well. Rioth,
Aye.
a scan or hunting roll, I think, for these tracks.
I shall roll scan.
You have a bonus
With
die.
a bonus from
With a
on the
bonus
win,
die.
right?
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Now, I could expend a hope here and make this magical as well. However,
You could have one of mine.
aye.
Or one of mine. Where are you at?
No.
Before you,
I'm
Before
not
you
weary. I'm not
You're not-
weary. Not
okay.
even. No.
You're not
So-
miserable between your chateau and your... Okay.
Hmm. Okay. I don't suppose, Loremaster, there are any crows or ravens or jackdaws or the like out here, are there?
I don't think so. I
No.
mean, yeah.
How dark or late is it right now?
Half hour till nighttime.
Okay.
The dusk is probably upon you.
So the sun has already set?
No, it's
Okay.
probably it's in the middle of dusk right now.
So
Okay.
it took me an hour to find the horse, which means that person had over an hour to run with Piper, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But running on foot. So
Oh, yeah,
we're
yeah,
now
yeah, just
coming
running.
after with a horse, so
Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
maybe soon, who knows? Depends on if they'll stop for
Fellowship,
night. Yeah.
I have gained one magical success already. Once again, magical successes are not known for being quiet. I could go for another right now and succeed regardless. However, what do you think I should do? Normal or magical?
Sir,
I think we're going to succeed regardless with this roll.
when you say quiet, do you
Aye.
mean like we get the Eye of Sauron on us every time we use magic?
No, not quite. It's just a matter of magic is strange, peculiar. My horse right now is riding along the grass as if we're going through stone holes.
Yeah.
It draws suspicion, fear, ire. If this fellow was nearby, they're not going to mistake us for a sparrow.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I have to be honest with you.
Aye.
I don't think I care about any of that right now.
I don't either.
So if you're asking me in character,
Out of character.
well, I know you're asking out of character, but if you're asking me to make a decision on what I think I would want in character,
Aye.
it would be to, go. But out of character, I think regular is fine. I think I trust you. If you're gonna succeed either way, then regular is all right. Save your magic for later.
Really well.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think it definitely comes down to what you believe you would do in this moment. I don't know how taxing magic can be. No, and I'm not even talking mechanics. I'm just talking within the world itself. Magic seems to have its own burden. So,
regardless, I have used her hope,
you know.
Yep.
and it's another Gandalf.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I'm sorry. Did you just get 2 Gandalf runes while we're trying to find Piper?
Yeah.
Well, the Eye of Sauron did bear down on us quite harshly before.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
just, I'm
Gandalf
getting a
got
little
wings.
emotional about the metaphor of that.
The wheel must turn.
Well, I also got a Gandalf rune.
I know,
From a shadow test. So I'm wondering, maybe the tides have changed.
Oh, don't say that.
No,
So,
it just means
Loremaster, I did not use magic to scan.
Understood. You are able to make a decent pace, a comfortable pace, not pushing Rusty too hard, realizing when you need to slow down adequately, and take your time around any sort of obstacles and not run through them, to keep yourself, the hobbits, and Rusty safe, because charging off headlong into this won't help anyone.
No.
And you are still the guide here, and the hobbits are relying on you despite their panic.
Aye.
So, you are able to keep up with these tracks.
What do you think Anduin's doing right now?
I don't know, fighting a bear.
Let's find out.
He's going to look at
Anduin. Go ahead and roll a D3.
A D3.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And now you can go ahead and make a hunting roll or a scan roll.
Right. May I ask what I rolled the 1d3 for?
To determine which of the pony's tracks you are trying to follow first.
I see. I think before I do that, I have to make a different roll. Because while the others made their shadow tests on the spot, I am a little different. I think during the time of action and during the time of regrouping afterwards, I push it all out. I'm from a warrior tribe. We have been in tight spots before. I stay focused, but now that I have been left on my own with my thoughts, it's a little harder for me to stay focused. And I never did roll the shadow test from before.
All right.
So
For
I
you,
will go ahead and...
which do you think it is, valor or wisdom? I have an opinion, but I'm curious what you think.
I feel like it leans more towards wisdom because there's not really any active threat. There's not much. There's no room for bravery here, really, other than just willingness to continue.
Yeah, it's about tempering, right? Which is usually using wisdom.
I'm leaning towards wisdom for that reason, that there's not really any challenge here for me to overcome. Instead, the opponent is in my own head, and that's wisdom.
Okay.
Do you agree? Okay.
Yes, I do.
A wisdom roll it is.
Okay.
Oh,
All 3 shadow
weariness
points,
gets you. Yeah. I think as I am searching for the missing horse, I am sitting here questioning myself because my people pride ourselves on strength of nature and guidance. And at the moment, I am unable to provide any. I feel like my worth in this party, at least for the time being, is gone. And that is starting to affect me. So I am looking for the horse, but I am doing so almost in a daze.
Each step almost makes it seem like you're going off trail. You're doing that sort of meandering pace. Every breath seems heavy. Every step you take might bring you closer to a pony, but you know that it takes you further away from the rest of the company. You know that they are hurt mentally and physically. And this weighs upon you. It's going to take you some time to do, but eventually you will find Jam. This is Piper's pony.
The event which set this whole thing in motion was me climbing a mountain to rescue a small girl. And Piper's not a little girl, she's an adult, but still. The feeling is kind of the same. Someone I'm supposed to be looking out for, but this time I'm going the wrong direction. Doesn't feel right.
Jam
Hey,
is looking a little addled as you approach. She just sort of neighs and backs away a little bit.
My people do not really have smiths or skilled craftsmen. We don't have big stone towers, but we are excellent herdsmen. I have tamed many horses. I think I will hopefully not have much of an issue here. I get down low to the ground so that my height does not scare off the pony, and then scoop up a handful of grass and move towards it slowly. Hey, little fella. Piper's not here right now. You gotta come with me, okay? And I'll reach up to put one hand on its nose while I'm offering it the grass.
Jam moves closer, sniffing you out.
Hey. That's right, you know me. I walked along next to you for a while. There we go. And I'm gonna get my hands around the reins. Good. Now come with me. There's work to do, okay? Back to the watering hole. I think, there's no way I will catch another horse while holding onto this one, so I have to take them back and secure them one at a time.
Very well.
Unless there's a convenient tree here that I could tie the reins to while I look for the others, maybe save some time.
There's honestly this is like a plains covered location, so there'd be shrubs here and there. That's in like hedges and things. That's about it.
Right, so the only trees are back by the watering hole.
Yeah.
Okay, I will start walking back then to tie the horse off.
Sure. Go ahead and make another hunting or scan roll. We'll see how long this can have you out here searching for the others.
Okay. Have we reached late enough in the evening for my cultural sense thing to kick in? We have.
Yep.
Okay.
By the time you
Then
return.
a scan roll. Then a scan roll it is. Which is
Still a
right
weary
on the
feeling.
money. It's actually with the +4 from my. Oh wait, no, it's wait, no, it is. I have an 18.
Okay.
It's a +4.
Okay.
So just barely.
All right. Maybe now a little bit more focused. You're able to, after a short while, find the tracks of bread and butter. Bread was the easiest to find because bread was hurt and was bleeding from that spear that was thrown near the start of the fight. And bread was injured. Not horribly, but this without treatment and whatnot, it could be bad. So I'll say, after another half hour to an hour, you're able to bring them back, but you do notice that bread is hobbling a little bit.
I might be able to help. I do have some small amount of healing skill, and Toddles left her medicine supplies with me. So perhaps.
Yeah, it's an actual item that I started the game with. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my voice there for a second. I started the game with it, so I've renamed it to something, but it's essentially gives you +1 to your medicine rolls or healing rolls. I've called it Honey Bomb, but it's not supposed to expire.
You can
Okay.
go ahead and make a healing check.
This will be a very tricky roll for me, but maybe with Toddles' supplies, might
It's
be
like I'm
doable.
permanently giving you a hope.
Bonus hope forever. Here we go. No,
Damn it.
no, I am not the most skilled doctor to begin with, and then on top of that, I am exhausted, so my rolls are bad.
Yeah.
I think after looking at the horse for a little bit, I start to reach out to apply some of this medicine, but I kind of just get hit by this wave of realization that this goes well beyond my skill and I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I just kind of slowly back away from it and say, perhaps better to let nature take its course. A horse should heal on its own. It's not... I don't see it gushing blood anymore. The bleeding has stopped. You should be okay. Wish I could do more, but you're like me now. Only time can help. And I have to go find our third horse anyway, so you stay right here, okay?
You don't have to make any other rolls. We can assume that you found them reasonably close to each other, and you've brought the ponies back, and you are left here with the ponies and your thoughts at the watering hole. Look to the forest where you know that the Dunlending headed with Piper and the old and the hobbits have made their way. Let's rejoin them.
I think I just check for smoke as I sit down.
Yes. Venturing through this forest now. Night has fallen.
And so, you know, like, we, Lawton and I were trying to get the ale, because what a disaster it would be to have a Hobbit birthday party without the ale, you know. But, and poor Piper was just like, what am I? I'm going to have a birthday party without ale. Yeah, so we were trying to do it, but of course, you know, it didn't go so well. Like,
No.
Sarah fell over, and then we tried to maybe consider, like, you know, mixing it with water, you know. Oh, terrible thing to do.
That would be terrible, but, you know,
No,
we figured.
but we didn't do it. We thought about it, but we didn't do it, you know.
Better to spill it out than add water to it.
Yeah, that's what we thought. And then we would just, you know, we'd just say, oh, we spilled it.
Yeah, but my dad did. He told us joke, and he kept.
And it takes forever for him to tell a joke, like 40 minutes before he gets even to before the punchline.
Yeah.
You know, you know that bit that like happens like right before the punchline where everybody's like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
It takes him about 20 minutes to get through that moment and about 40 minutes to get to that moment.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he just doesn't even get to the punchline. He goes, and then I forget what happened.
Yeah.
And then you're just stuck wondering for the rest of your life what the hell the joke was.
But I always like that when he goes, I forget what happened, because what that means.
You know, sometimes I think he does it on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Yeah.
But I'm trying to focus.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah,
sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
make an
I wish your
awareness
dad
roll,
would focus,
please.
you know.
And this is for all of you.
Sorry, a what roll?
An awareness roll.
Okay.
Oh, Gandalf is on our side.
What the hell?
Weary failure.
Success.
So this is considered a group roll.
So does that mean that you can cancel his weary failure and then we'll all have succeeded?
That is correct.
I mean, yes, of
if you'd
course.
like to
I
do that.
absolutely do that.
Yeah.
So,
I wish your dad would focus.
As I turn around and say, excuse me, that's when they see the thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You notice something in the distance.
Tonight? I'm so sorry. My mouth was moving before. I'm sorry. It was happening. It's when I get in Toddle's headspace. I can't help it. Sorry.
You notice that there is a light that you can see through the trees.
Shit. Look. Is that a light?
I see. I don't know.
Is that a campfire? What is that?
No, I can't tell.
It does look like it is some kind of fire. You can tell.
Oh, that's definitely a fire.
Okay, we should stop, right?
It's like lighting up and then lighting down, right?
Yeah, it's flickering.
Okay, listen, Ruth, we are going to sneak in and then sneak back out.
To make sure that this camp.
We're muted. Okay. First things first.
I'm sorry, I'm whispering so low. I raised my whisper. I'm sorry.
I know. First things first. You don't know whose camp this is.
Okay.
So.
That's why we're sneaking in.
Aye. But keep in mind that A, this may not be a Dunlanding camp.
Okay.
And B, they might not be alone.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Aye, but there's no use you dying out there.
That's true. Because then who's going to rescue Piper? Not that she needs rescuing, because she's probably sitting around the campfire telling them a story.
Yeah, probably.
Promise me this.
Yeah, what?
You two go down there.
Okay.
If there is more than one of them,
I promise.
You come straight back. If there isn't, and only then, do you keep an eye out for young Miss Took?
Okay. Wait.
What if there's like two and what if one of them's sleeping? Does that count as only one?
Yeah, that's exactly,
That-
yes.
That makes a big difference, you know,
It
because
does.
then we could sneak in, grab Piper, and sneak out
Yeah,
if they're sleeping.
yeah.
You know, this is a sneaking mission, Reels.
So make sure you find any weapons there. Don't use ours.
Okay,
However, I trust you'll use your better judgment.
okay,
Now go.
Why? okay.
Oh,
What do you think he means by better judgment? Like, you've got judgment and then you've got a judgment that's better
fine.
judgment?
it's fine.
Well, what does that mean? We're always using better judgment?
No, okay, wait. With that logic, right? What that
Yeah.
means
Uh-huh.
is that whatever decisions we make, we need to ask ourselves if it's the right decision, like
Well,
twice.
that's not what he said. He said
Yeah, no.
better judgment. Oh, I see. So you just double ask.
Yeah.
You go, is this the right call?
Right.
Yes. Well, but is it actually?
But is it
yes.
actually?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But is it actually? Got it. I can do that. Okay, let's
a
go.
double judgment. Or
Yeah,
something.
let's go.
Okay, all right.
Can we
You wanna
sneak
go
in?
First, or I?
What? Let's just go together. What are you talking about? It'll be just like when we raid.
in a line, or
What?
Like,
No.
well, I figured.
You know, like
Oh,
you know, like when we're going around the wheat field.
Okay, we can do
Yeah,
that, but we have to be able to see each other, maybe, and
Yeah,
then
always.
we need hand signs that we can see.
Okay. Okay, this
Okay.
means stop. Don't
Yeah,
go any
stop.
further.
Don't.
This means I'm going that way. This means I'm going that way.
Okay.
Right? Right? And that means I found Piper.
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 I got
Right.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Are you going left or right?
I'm going that way.
Left.
That way.
Oh, left.
That way. Right.
You start going. I'll go the opposite.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Brioth,
Aye.
what exactly are you doing while these knuckleheads are doing what they're doing?
Oh, you know, rubbing my temples. Just so.
It's not gonna help.
No.
Won't make them go away.
No, no,
Left,
no.
right. You're going right. No. I'm going left.
Suppose I'm keeping an eye out and watching the fire ahead. I know once they go, hobbits are like sprites. They just aren't.
That's true. Yeah.
So, I keep an eye at the fire. See if I can see any figures there, anything moving. The sign of commotion, I'll go further and maybe perhaps get myself killed.
Has everyone gotten down off of Rusty, or are you staying
Yes.
on Rusty?
Those two are off Rusty and they've
Yep.
already gone, I believe.
Okay. Are you tying Rusty up? Are you leaving Rusty?
No, he's
I'm-
on Rusty.
You're
I'm
on
on
Rusty,
Rusty
okay,
at the
sorry.
moment. However, I will
He's gonna wait for our signal or screaming or something.
buy a tree and I'll quick hitch and go if I need to. But
Okay.
at the moment, I'm just watching.
Sure.
Wait.
Scanning,
us.
if you will.
Make a
Yeah.
scan roll then.
A failure.
All right,
Um,
we're going in quiet
I
like.
won.
Rioth,
Aye.
you know that your vantage point is not great. There's some trees blocking this probable fire. You can't really see very much. The idea being that these Dunlendings made their camp in a pretty good spot. Like, it is difficult to get a good look without kind of revealing your presence here.
Okay.
But you see the hobbits begin to sort of break off and pick a direction and start to move.
But if they're just like waiting for them to come back to camp, but nobody ever comes back to camp, because we'll kill them all.
Oh.
At any rate, I'm on horseback, miserable and trying to watch.
Okay.
All right.
Toddles and Lawton, stealth check.
Stealth, baby.
Oh, Gandalf loves me.
Help me.
I can't. I don't have an
Oh,
extra
you can't.
success.
Okay. All right.
I
All
would
right.
love
All right.
to.
That's fine.
Okay.
Damn it.
I don't exist since I have the Arctic
Yeah.
disappearing. So
Yeah,
right
you
now,
do. You're just gone like Bilbo.
Yeah, you probably don't see me anymore,
Yeah,
honestly.
okay.
Lawton, you find some good shrubbery amongst the trees to kind of make your way into. with very little noise, if any.
I immediately trip.
You hear something fall in the distance. Immediately recognizing that is Toddles. And Lanton, as you position yourself, you get a decent look here at what appears to be a larger camp. There are several tents that are well camouflaged, similar color to the surrounding forest. Very difficult to see unless you're like pretty close up on them. Make me a scan roll, please, Lanton.
Oh, I never succeed in these. Never.
Okay, well, let's not be a negative Nancy.
Okay, this time I'm
You've
going
got
to
Gandalf
succeed.
on your side the whole time.
Gandalf? Nope.
Damn it. Why did you... Oh,
You're right, I jinxed it. I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay.
I know.
So you can see that these are tents. You can't really pick out like exact numbers from your location. The tents are kind of organized in a way, but you can tell that there are several of them. There are a few people milling about as well. You can see some clearly some Dunlendings, and you can also see some like even with this failure, I can't say that you see nothing here. I will say you don't get specifics, but you do see more. You see food, you see supplies.
Okay, I have a question then.
Mhm.
And if the scan roll stands by itself for everything I'm seeing, that's fine. But I am wondering, since I am here, I would be looking for Piper specifically, and I would lawyer that I could roll awareness for that, only because within awareness it is seeing something that is difficult to detect. But that's, I did the scan roll, and I'm okay with that staying as is and not being able to see anything specific.
Go ahead and make an awareness roll.
Okay. Success.
I have an idea.
You do not see Piper.
Oof. Okay.
Okay. Well, we could look for... I don't know why I'm talking to myself, because I'm lying in the grass on my belly because I fell.
Oh, I'm looking towards you though.
Okay, but I don't know you're there. But I am talking to myself, so maybe you can hear me. I don't know. But you know what? I have an idea. I think we could maybe look for the other two, right? The other two that went missing. Maybe they're here. And we grab them and Piper, and then we light the whole thing on fire. The whole camp. Just burn it to the ground.
That's my favorite move.
I know.
Can I see, and I know that I'm essentially invisible, can I still see her pretty well? I know we were trying to keep within some level of eye shot. So can I see her talking to herself?
Can you see Toddles?
Yeah.
I'd say with your awareness roll, yeah, you've got a rough approximation of where Toddles is.
I'm hard to see only because I've tripped and
You'll also
fallen
notice
on my belly.
that there are two people making their way over towards Toddles' position.
Oh shit!
I
Can I run away and hide?
I take out my bow, lying on the ground, and I'm going to shoot an arrow in the opposite direction. Hopefully to hit a tree. I don't know how much noise it's going to make.
All right.
Not towards the camp, not towards a person, just in the opposite direction.
Sure, make a bow roll.
This will just be a flat. Oh, target parry, does it matter? Just hit submit and then you'll go off of it.
Let's make it
Fun.
let's call it 12.
Okay. Here we go. I don't know what happened there.
Okay. Well, you rolled a 4, so that is a fail.
Great.
You also rolled your short spear.
Oh, wait a minute. No. No, I've got... Of course I did. I'll roll 2 more d6s, and then we'll see what happens, because that was a 1d6 and my bow is 3, so I'll just roll 2 more. 2 more.
Oh,
5.
Not enough.
No, it's not.
damn it.
You fire an arrow, kind of in a little bit of a panic as you see them approaching Toddles, and the arrow sails off, kind of not where you wanted to, and it still sails off like into a different part of the forest. Your aim isn't so horrible that you shoot at somebody or whatever, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah, okay.
It's pretty bad, and the arrow sails off. You can see maybe a few more people standing up.
You hear that? Something is wrong. Have a look. Last thing we want is any sort of outside interference right now.
I do a barrel roll.
Okay.
Can I
Toddles,
hide?
You can try and hide. You can make another stealth
Okay.
check. You have -1.
Do you have any
Okay.
hope left?
I do. I'm considering using it for this.
Because I'll give you 1.
It'll count as 2 if you do that, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm your person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
you should.
gonna.
Is that okay? Does that put you back and worried? Then I don't want it.
No. It does put me in misery, but this is important that you are not found. This is more important than me being a little bit miserable.
I don't know. I'm the one that has to live with you miserable, so I'll use my own hope.
All right.
I love you. I can't let you do that for me.
I know.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. Oh, Gandalf on my side, bitch!
All right. You see these 2 Dunlendings, who don't really know
Where'd she go?
how small you are. It's that same kind of thing that happens where their perspective is a little bit different, right? Like, they're looking for something bigger
Like,
than you.
yeah, and I'm just like, ooh.
So you're down low. You're probably hiding in
like
some
a snake in the grass.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of dirt sort of piled up on you as you're down on the ground.
I know I heard something over here. Are you sure? We need to be on guard. Whoever those people were, they have great skill. Must be careful. What if we see that man who's like an animal? According to Broga. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We just need to keep an eye out. Don't let anyone sneak up on the camp.
Too late.
It probably was just an animal. Probably.
And they're not entirely wrong.
Oh, I didn't actually do that.
Keep moving. Let's go.
You begin to walk off.
Broga, that means they did find Piper, because there was only one survivor. We did it!
Is she talking to herself?
I absolutely am, but then I start gesturing.
What? Oh,
Toddles, make me an awareness roll.
Oh, shit.
the moment she does this, though,
Failure.
I'm starting to move towards her.
Okay. Sure enough.
So I will slink over. What do I need a stealth before? I just want to make sure.
You do, absolutely, if you're moving, yes.
Sorry to scream in your ear. That's very exciting.
So used to
okay.
it.
Yeah, can you widen the influence? What do you do with those?
Yeah, so,
Can we gather information?
I don't know. Can I gather information? I don't know. It's weird because I'm just
How do you
stealthing over
use
to
them?
you. So the only thing. Okay. Yes, I do. I would like to gather
Thank you.
information
Okay.
about the best way of stealthing towards this camp without being seen.
Yeah.
As I'm
Back
moving
in.
along, I'm paying attention to where there's leaves, where there's rocks, where there's not leaves, where there's roots, bushes. I am trying to pay attention. May I do that?
Yes.
Okay. And then the other one is I'm trying to get over to her relatively quickly.
Okay, so you're going more quietly and you're hasting.
Getting some information, yeah,
Oh, you're
about stealth.
you're gaining
area.
you're gaining some information.
Yes, insight about. Since I am stealthing here, I'm trying to remember what the direction I went in order to be less perceived.
Okay.
I guess.
Very well. Okay. I think because you rolled well here, this is like a decent spot for you to sneak up. Like there's an okay amount of cover here. Probably not for like the whole group, but definitely for you hobbits.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, Loremaster. PB brain is ridiculous, but what's the man's name that they just used?
I don't remember.
Roga.
Broga. Okay, so it turns out Broga is the fella that has Piper and most definitely is here, which means Piper's probably here.
Right, because it's nighttime. It's only okay.
Well, I just mean, like, you know, they were talking about the big scary bear man, which is Anduin, but that Broga said that he was like a monster, which is great and partially accurate,
Yeah.
right?
Which we had-
So that must mean he is here because he did tell them the story. But there were two of them, and one of them wasn't this Broga fella. So
Okay.
there's at least 3 people here, and we did promise Ryuth that we would come back if there was more than one that were awake, and I think there's no way of flubbing our way out of this one. They were definitely
no,
awake and
no.
having a conversation.
Yes. However, not to flub. Not to flub.
Right, of course not. We would never flub.
No, but we made no promises, and that's important to remember. And the other thing we need to remember.
I promised. I said I used the P word,
Oh, great. I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
So I was looking.
so I can go back.
Right. I think I could get it right. Did he say both of us or just one? I mean, I can't.
Well, he
remember.
said you, which can sort of be flubbed. Why are
Right.
we
I
like
think he's
this?
talking just about you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were making the eye contact, so and then I made the promise. So
I think I could get a little bit closer.
Okay.
Because I couldn't see her. I couldn't see her.
okay, all right. Well, okay, don't forget we gotta look for the other 2 as well. I mean,
Okay.
it's been a couple of days, so they might not even be here. But what if they are?
Yeah, right. Okay, help me out.
Okay.
Pretend you're Rioth and tell me how far I could probably get before I definitely would have to turn around. Just so, I'm not disregarding what he's saying, but we're...
Okay.
Because I want to get a little closer to see if I can see where maybe they're holding people or... I don't... Oh, God, I hope they're not using chains. I know it's awful. Let's not think about it, but maybe I could hear them, somewhere. So, how much closer could I get, do you think?
I just look at you very intensely like Ryuth would.
So this will most likely be, I think, a battle roll.
Okay, so
I would
with that,
also take hunting, or no, I can take that.
To sneak back in.
No, he's not asking
Oh.
that. He's wondering
What are you
how
doing?
far he can get.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
I
How
would
far
say,
can he get?
Yeah, I would say battle or potentially hunting.
okay, so I have
Okay.
a 2 in battle, but I
Yeah.
am asking you.
But it allows us to roll in the scene. You can do it if you've got the
Alright,
stats
alright,
for
alright,
it.
alright.
So
Okay.
you better do that. Otherwise, it's not happening.
I'm seeing
Okay.
that first tent, and what I'm thinking is that I could definitely get about there maybe and get a better view. What do you think?
Oh,
I'm just saying, is that close enough that I can see, but also a place where Rioth would
I
go?
think so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Definitely dangerous. Definitely dangerous. but you're pretty small and you're very stealthy. And you can definitely get a decent idea of what's going on over there.
Okay, so I tell you what, you stay here, and then I'll go look, and then I'll come back, and then we'll go to Rioth.
Okay, do you want me to stay here as Rioth, or can I just stay here as Toddles?
Whichever makes you, as you. I don't,
Okay.
Rioth makes a lot of noise. Well, he clings when he talks, when he walks around. Like.
Oh,
So, all right.
okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll stay here. I'll stay.
I would love a stealth game that had voice chat and it actually affected when enemies could detect you, and watch PB play a game like that, because she would have to be quiet.
Actually,
I mean, I'll shut up. Just kill me, and I'll roll up something other than a hobbit.
No, you're
would
playing
love
a
that,
character
honestly.
that's trying to be stealthy, and
Uh-huh.
and it is inherently so difficult for you.
Yes.
Regardless of
However,
how well you are playing Doddles.
Hobbits are small, which means their voices can be small as well.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Also, I just, anytime we were watching Mary and Pip run around being stealthy, they were whispering to each other.
Yeah.
This is very hobbity, I think.
They never
They
got
were
caught.
explain-
Never.
I love the term hobbity.
Well, I didn't get caught either.
Okay.
I think you're doing great.
All right,
Okay.
you two, go.
Yeah, I'm going. Here I
Right.
go.
Lawton,
All right.
stealth check.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Oh, mother! How many Gandalf runes are we gonna roll today?
I think Lawton alone has rolled 3 or 4.
That's 4 for him.
Yeah, I think it's 4 for me now. Here I
Okay,
go.
Somebody count them.
Lawton,
Mm-hmm.
you rush off quietly, low to the ground. You do that thing where you're like taking one long stride, but you're really low, and you rush up behind what appears to be like a leather and canvas sort of tent, conically shaped, sort of with sticks holding it up. There are several around you. You can make a scan roll or an awareness roll. Scan will be you are analyzing things. An awareness roll might have you detect something difficult to detect.
Don't forget to use your great one
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. for
Oh,
like-
right. The
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I had a great. So along with this stealth roll, I think. I just
And-
want to make sure. Look at these.
And Jesse, feel free to hop in if we're using it wrong, because I can't remember what you said.
Well, it's meant to affect the individual roll.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that I would like to use this for, I don't think there's a reason to make haste. I'm already quiet.
Just
I don't know how much
expand
more.
it
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
that I can sit there stealthily. Can you do that?
I'm going to widen influence to as I start to move off. I'm like, and just get just an inch to the left.
Okay,
you're
Gary.
You're gone. Perfect. All right. So then, yeah, I'm just going to get up there, and I think that I will use awareness since it's the best one. I'm not
You
trying
said
to
you're,
get
you're widening influence. Is that what I heard?
yes, widen influence for
Okay.
so
Sure.
sorry about that. And yeah, I'm going to use awareness, and I will ask my compatriot if I use a hope just to make extra sure. It does put me into misery, but I'm trying to find Piper. I think I would, but I just want to make sure. Do you think that makes sense? Toddles.
That is probably doable, I think.
I was talking to
Toddles?
Jesse. I'm sorry. What?
You're fine.
You gotta
Toddles.
ask me again. I'm sorry. I was typing a fair light.
Launton is potentially asking for hope if you have it to spend.
Yes, this is important. I will do it. You get 2 though.
Does it put you in misery? That's the only thing. Okay.
When does misery start?
When you're like on the line.
Not quite there yet.
Okay. Then yes, I would like that. I'll take me 2. Thank you.
It's to find Piper. Oh!
That is an extraordinary success. You have 2 extra successes. How would you like to spend them in this case?
Okay, so for this one, I think I'm definitely gaining insight. Not only am I looking for her, I think I'm trying to figure out if a quiet rescue is even possible with the size of the camp, how to get to where maybe she is if I see her, and how difficult or how many people there would be. So I know that's a lot to ask in that one thing. So I'm looking for the amount of people there are right now that I can see.
I'm not going to give you that with an awareness roll.
Totally fine.
Awareness is different than scan. Scan is more detailed information. What I will say is you can potentially overhear some things. That would fall under the awareness category, I think. There would also be things in your immediate area that you might discover.
You can also discover things that are difficult to find normally, right? Like Piper.
Just
throwing it out there.
No. So for the awareness roll itself, I'm definitely trying to figure out where Piper and or the prisoners would be. If one space looks like, yeah, that's definitely where they probably would be. If I could see it.
Okay.
So that's the first question I do want to ask. Can I see a place like that from this position?
You definitely can see that. You would see, I think, several people that are rope bound. They have essentially what appears to be a small, like, pen around them. There's like wooden posts.
Like cattle.
Yeah, kind of. There's like wooden posts. They're in simple clothing, like canvas clothing, or sort of ragged
NPCs.
Ragged clothing. They are all bound, sort of, with their wrists tied, as well as having a rope that sort of connects them all together. You do not see Piper.
Okay. But she's small, so I'm not losing hope yet. Okay. So that was with the awareness itself. Did that, what you told me, did that have to do with insight at all? Or was that just a straight awareness?
This is just for the awareness.
Okay. For insight, and I don't know if this works, tell me no, it's fine. Can I see if that rope can be removed easily? Just the one rope connected them.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if the rope was severed, it would sort of, it's knotted up in between each person. So even if you cut it once, I'm sure that, you know, it's not
easy,
super complicated in any way, but it is probably like a basic knot, so it wouldn't be something that could easily be done.
Okay, that's great. So that was, I would like to say that was the insight for that. Okay, and then for the other thing, I would like to definitely listen to see if anyone says anything about reasons or plans or movements or anything else like that, if that's even possible in that time. I know it's not likely people just be talking about that all willy-nilly.
Sure.
But I will listen for chatter.
Sure. You do that thing where you focus your hearing, and I don't know if anybody's actually practiced this before, but when you really concentrate on listening to things and you kind of drown out everything else, you will find that you are able to hear things that you focus on. You don't know what you're listening for, but you do hear something. You hear that there is some kind of gruff voice. Seems to be yelling at someone, but it is muted. You can tell that they're trying not to raise their voice too loudly.
And what, Broga? You bring me one small... what? Child? And lose 11 raiders. No, Broga, this is a failure of an ambush. I care not if anyone was injured. You did not kill them, you ran. The last thing that the Eater of Ghosts or Ivok will tolerate is failure. And I will not fail them. Get out of my sight and count yourself lucky that we can lose no more raiders. Fool. We find we are followed, and you lose all these men. Pathetic. Get out of my sight.
Emerging from a larger tent, you can see that's sort of a mottled green. Various crates around. You track with your hearing to coincide with your vision, and you see the raider that fled the battle exiting the tent.
I will attempt to stealthily get back to Toddles. Yeah.
Very well. Before that happens, the oath.
Aye.
You let Toddles and Launton do their thing as best as possible. Left behind with Rusty. You saw Toddles fall and trip things up. I'd like you to make an awareness check for me.
Awareness.
Yes.
Do I have any bonuses, because this is all I've been doing all evening, is watching?
Yes, I will give you one bonus die.
I'll need it because I am weary. And that is indeed a weary failure.
All right. I would like a stealth check from you.
Stealth.
Yes.
Okay. Unless Gandalf helps me here, this is yet another weary failure.
Very well. There is a moment where Rusty sort of moves a little bit underneath you. Seems a little unsettled.
Shh. Come on now.
And there is the thing that happens. He just kind of picks up his legs and clops around a little bit. It's a bit awkward. And looking at the ground, you notice that there is a snake making its way over to Rusty, and Rusty seems to be a little bit spooked. It's not a full-on neigh, but Rusty seems a little bit spooked and is making aggressive sort of noises. I would like you to please make another roll for me.
Which roll would that be?
This will be... I would take a few different things. In Hearten or Persuade, perhaps, to try and keep Rusty calm.
I have known Rusty most of its life.
Here comes the BS. Go ahead.
Would that not grant me a bonus?
Sure. I'll give you a one die because I know that you need the pity right now.
Aye. Weary failure.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're not able to keep Rusty entirely calm. Rusty begins to move a little bit more, and there is a neigh that escapes from Rusty.
Rusty.
Lawton, as you are making your way back, Piper, you hear the sound in the area behind you.
Oh no.
You realize that Rusty's made some noise. Lawton, you see that the patrol around the camp...
Did you just say Piper?
I'm sorry, I did. I apologize.
Yeah, you meant me,
I meant
right?
Toddles, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, holy shit, that's okay. I was just like, is she here? What the fuck?
That would be so dope, but no.
Holy,
I'm
holy
sorry.
shit.
That was just a brain fart.
That's okay.
Yes, Toddles, you hear this noise coming from behind you. You recognize the sound of a horse coming from where you think you left Rioth. And Lawton, you see the patrol begin to move off towards the forest. What do you do?
I have no way of setting anything on fire, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to get to Toddles. I'm trying to get to Toddles as fast as possible now. Still being stealthy, but I'll admit that after hearing that noise, I heard it. They heard it. I know. So I'm trying to get to her.
Okay. Make me a stealth check.
Failure.
Lawton, as you hear the noise, you see the patrol sort of moving off towards it. You begin to rush off towards Toddles, taking the same way, and you run into a Dunelending, smacking right into them as they turn from behind a tent. They don't seem to notice you as you smack into them, and that is where we're going to end the session today.
Shit.
Have an idea. Come on.
I hate that he can have such extraordinary successes and one failure is like, well, now you're totally fucked.
Well, it's a matter of how far you go, like, into the camp to get more information, right? If you stay on the periphery, there's less of a chance of you finding something, but there's also less of a chance that somebody will find you, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of like, okay, I'm gonna go deeper. I'm gonna go keep trying to find more stuff. It's more rolls.
Gambling.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's just kind of
that
the
was a
nature of
lot
the
of
beast,
gambling.
unfortunately. Yeah. We're going to end things there. If you have not done so, please make sure you're following all these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/ashes to go follow them in all of the places. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these lovely people. Mirggles, we missed you today, but she was having
Very much so.
she was having an awesome
A meltdown at the Disney performance.
I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Oh,
what happened.
it was a very special, like, orchestra playing Disney music, and she was crying her eyes out at it.
It was also a much needed date with her husband.
Yeah.
That she hasn't had for a long time. So,
Very cute.
yes. We're gonna go around the room, do some shout outs.
I know what I love on my date. It's my date crying their eyes out.
Yes. That's always the best.
Are you having a good time?
Always the best. I'm kidding.
We're going to go around the room and do some shout outs to wrap things up. Why don't we start off with Fairlight today?
Hello, I am Anduin the Injured, sitting around at camp by myself. But I got the horses back, so I feel a little better.
Hero.
You can find me over at twitch.tv as Fairlight_Excalibur, and I'll be playing the new Star Wars game today, Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Wait, when?
Tonight.
When does it release?
It dropped today.
9 p.m.
I thought it was
Pacific.
tomorrow.
It drops tomorrow, however,
well-
some folk have been given codes early.
Well, it also comes, depending on your time zone, it comes out before midnight.
Right, Jesse.
Aye.
I need a favor. I need you to ban me from your chat so I am not tempted to come and spoil myself early. Right now.
I'll put like a 24-hour timeout on you.
24-hour time me out. Okay,
I just finished playing the other Star Wars game yesterday,
Oh, it's so
I could
good.
like transition right into this one, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of improvements they've made. And yeah, it depends on your time zone. It's like a cascading release time or whatever. So for me, it comes out at 9 p.m. and in Pacific time. So I think that's early enough that I can.
So midnight for me.
Yes.
Is that
Right.
right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
am I going an all-nighter? Am I going live at midnight?
100%. She's gonna stay up all night and play it.
Oh well, then you don't have to. Then you don't have to worry about spoiling yourself. You'll be starting the same time as me.
Yeah, what's going on
doing-
tomorrow anyway?
We'll be
right?
doing our own
Yeah,
thing
what
separately.
is tomorrow?
Yeah, just Friday.
Tomorrow's
Just
Friday.
whatever Friday.
Tomorrow is a problem for future you, not
Yeah,
current you.
exactly. Okay,
Exactly.
Jesse.
Do-
Jesse's on my level. All right.
Do have a
Yep.
meeting
That's what's
tomorrow,
happening.
remember?
Oh, that's right. Hey, but that's not till 6, so I can play, sleep, and then come back. Right?
Look,
Valid.
what do you think I do every time I come on Tablestory?
Yeah, you're sleeping and waking up. Yeah, it'll
Just
be
like,
fine. It'll
yeah,
be
that's
fine.
a problem for some. Yeah, I'll sleep
It's
later.
Somebody else. The problem for my alarm.
So please make sure to go follow Fairlight_Excalibur. Thank you so much. Meyer.
Follow me, but do not imitate my life habits.
Hello, my name is Ruth. I've been played by Meyer today. You can find him at twitch.tv/Meyer, where he does stuff. Thank you. I am Meyer, and I approve this message.
Okay. You can go watch Meyer do things
Aye.
over at Meyer.
And stuff.
M-Y-R-E.
Meyer.
Thank you.
Just type it in. Meyer.
What he means to say is you can watch him trying not to play Magic the Gathering, and most likely trying to play Star Citizen while it breaks all around him.
Aye.
Thank you so much, Meyer. PB.
I hate shoutouts. Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. That's it. I'm going to be playing Jedi probably
Do
tonight at
Mirggles
midnight.
shout out as well.
What?
Do Mirggles shout out as well.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But we love Mirggles, and Mirggles is great, and she's an animator and professional, and she's making her own movie because she's ridiculous. So you should go and follow her at twitch.tv/Mirggles, where she will often stream working on her film. Ridiculous.
Fucking.
She's also more
summoned her.
feminine there.
She's in the chat all of a sudden.
We have summoned Mirggles.
That's it. It's a loser.
Thank you so much. Aaron.
Hi, my name's Aaron. Before I get into my stuff, I want you all to know that next week I am going